So Ziya, you're with Intel, and today you gave a keynote at Strata Hadoop World here in Singapore, and you talked about some performance increases that some of your data partners have had with partnering with Intel or working with Intel. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. So, one of Intel's focus area is to drive Intel architecture optimization for the big data market. And as part of the optimization work, performance optimization is one of the big area. So in my keynote, I kind of talk about, for example, for encryption, by leveraging AES-NI, the security instruction set, we're seeing 17x performance improvement for encryption. So encryption overhead used to be 50%, and now it's almost negligible. And it's called the zero impact encryption. Some other performance improvement that we're seeing is like by leveraging the latest Intel hardware, including the latest generation of Ziya, the latest generation of Intel SSDs, we're seeing 7 times performance improvement for Spark. So that's the type of optimization work that we do and in the performance space, and it's one of the biggest interest that we have and we want to enable for the big data the customers and consumers.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about enabling the big data community, because I mean, I'm not sure that data scientists and everyone really understand Intel is a great partner to work with. So what are you guys offering in the data world to make life better for data scientists? Because you do a lot of things. You have open source projects, you have chipsets, you have encryption, you have all sorts of things that you can offer a data scientist to make their life better?
Actually, that's a great question. One of the most recent effort that we have is TAB, the Trusted Analytics Platform. That project, again, is open sourced, and it is to accelerate creation of cloud-native analytics. And it benefits data scientists, it benefits developers, it also benefits system operators. So for data scientists, now with TAB, you have very powerful engines, algorithms, and tools to build your predictive models and build your machine learning models. And for your developers, you have very simple APIs and consistent services to integrate those machine learning mechanisms into your analytics applications.
So can you tease apart the first part of TAB is trusted? What is the trusted part?
Again, very good question. So TAB is optimized for security. So we try to make sure it has the right security aspects. It leverages some of the latest security features that we have in our silicon products, and to really make sure the data is protected, and to make sure the user identities are correctly recognized.
Authenticated, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Authentication and authorization, all those capabilities. So that's what we mean.
Okay, and
by
so
optimized for security.
And that's an open source project as well. So Intel's putting this into the open source world.
Yes, and it is open sourced. Actually, in Intel Developer Forum, and also last month in Strata, New York, we announced the open sourcing of TAB.
Okay, so but one thing that a lot of people may not understand is Intel has a lot of open source efforts going on. Mm-hmm. Can you speak to a little bit about some of the things you guys are working with?
Yeah, so in the big data space, we are currently #4 code contributor to Apache Hadoop ecosystem. For Apache Spark, this is the new area. We are #3 code contributor. And then, of course, we have many committers and PMC members. As of now, we have about 25 committers and PMC members for Apache open source projects.
Okay, so Intel is putting resources into helping these open source projects grow and flourish.
Yes, definitely. We have put a lot of resources in open source projects. And especially in a few areas. For example, we have a lot of investment in open source for security, for Spark, for SQL engine, and then for storage like HBase, HDFS, and also for cloud integration. So those are the few
And do you
areas.
work with some of the other proprietary file system people, or do you work with them directly as well?
So we do collaborate with the industry.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like for example, when we work with some of the industry partners, they're interested in getting those open source features that we have contributed to Apache
Yep.
and getting it optimized on the Intel infrastructure. So we do work with those type of partners,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we focus on the Intel architecture optimization and open source aspects.
So Ziya, if we fast forward 12 months from now to Singapore in December of next year, what would you like to see change with Intel? And what would you like in your play in the big data space? And what would you like to see change in the industry in that 12-month period?
So if I look at, in the last few years, Intel's involvement for IA optimization, and then at the platform level, for the basic Hadoop and Spark platforms, I think our investment has been very good. But we need to go beyond just involving at those platform level. We really need to get into the analytics, because that's where enterprises or any big data customers will get the best business value.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see our influence and leadership to grow much more in the analytics space, and get the industry to see that analytics running on Intel platform is most secure, most optimized, and has the best performance and has the best user experience. And of course, in the analytics space, a new big area is machine learning. So how do you integrate the machine learning, deep learning type of algorithms, or build the right machine learning algorithms into your analytics capability? That would be another thing I'd like to see Intel have much stronger leadership for. And I'm confident you will see more progress that we're making in those areas in the next year or so.
Excellent. We look forward to that conversation next year in Singapore. Thank you,
Thank
Ziya.
you. Thank you.